To maintain the correct shape during your chin-ups, you should have your hands shoulder width apart with your head slightly up to see the bar. Things to focus on are keeping your ribs in, your hips flat, squeezing your bum, keeping your legs and feet together, and pointing your toes. For the motion of the chin-up, you want to pull your shoulders back and down, bending your arms simultaneously without arching or kipping into your chin-up. You should pull your chin over the bar and come down, keeping correct shape and muscle tension. When you pull up, you should breathe out and breathe in when you are going down. Here, Paige does an awesome job with her chin-ups. She pulls her chin all the way up over the bar and maintains good speed. One thing she could focus on would be to keep her ribs in as she initiates the chin-up. Flora is doing a great job with squeezing her legs together and pointing her toes. To improve, she should try to avoid arching her back by squeezing her bum and keeping her ribs in. Marina keeps great tension in her arms here. She holds her chin over the bar and squeezes her toes together. She should also focus on keeping her ribs in as she starts her chin-up. Here, Julia is showing an alternative to chin-ups if you don't have a chin-up bar. You can do handstand push-ups instead. For your handstands, keep your hands shoulder width apart and lock your elbows. If your elbows hyperextend, then turn your hands in slightly and straighten your arms only enough to have them look straight. Keep your head in and squeeze your ears. You should be able to see your fingertips through your eyebrows. Keep your ribs in and off the wall. Have your hips flat, squeeze your bum, keep your legs and feet together and point your toes to the ceiling. Push up through your shoulders, and don't forget to keep breathing. Flora here has her ribs in and adjusts them to be off the wall. She points her toes and squeezes her legs together. She should push up through her shoulders a little bit more. Marina is also up against the wall a little bit too much here, but then adjusts her ribs to keep them away from the wall. For your dips, you can use a bar or you can get creative like Paige is here using her pool. For the correct shape, you want to have hands somewhat wider than your hips, head neutral, ribs in, hips flat, tight bum, squeezing your thighs and feet together, pointing your toes towards the ground. For lower surfaces, bend your knees, keeping your ribs in and flat hips throughout. For the motion, you want to bend both arms simultaneously to 90 degrees. You want to maintain correct shape and muscle tension. Don't arch or pike or stick your chin out. Push up at the same time with both arms. Again, maintain correct shape and muscle tension here. Breathe out as you push up and then breathe in as you lower down. Here, both girls are doing awesome with having a 90-degree bend in their arm. Paige has a nice toe point and keeps her toes together. One thing Paige could improve on would be trying to keep a straighter body and not pike. One thing Elly could do would be to focus on keeping a little bit of a tighter body during her dip. For your candle hold, make sure that your hands are holding the bar shoulder width apart. Have a straight body with slightly rounded shoulders. Keep your ribs in, your hips flat. Squeeze your bum, squeeze your thighs and feet together. Keep your eyes on your feet and point your toes. If you're starting on top of the bar, hang forwards in a pike and slowly straighten your body into the candle position. If you're starting under the bar, tuck or pike under the bar and then slowly lift your legs into the candle position. Pull your shoulders forwards a little to the straight body position. Squeeze your bum, legs, and core tight. All your weight should be on your hands and shoulders. Make sure to keep breathing. All three of these candle holds are looking really awesome. Flora needs to lift her hips a little bit, and Marina could squeeze her bum to make sure that she's not piking over the bar. Here, Julia is showing an alternative to a candle hold. For your leg lifts, make sure to keep your core tight and your ribs in as you do your leg lifts. Your leg lift should be controlled as you lower your legs to 90 degrees and then back to the bar. Keep your knees tight, squeeze your legs together, and point your toes. Here, Paige and Marina are both doing an awesome job of keeping their core tight. However, both of them should keep their knees straight. For your toe hold, bring your toes to the bar and hold this position. Keep your head looking forwards, and you should be using your core and arm muscles to keep yourself stable in this position. Make sure that your knees are straight and your toes pointed. Here, Marina and Elly should make sure to keep their knees straight, even if it makes them hold for less time. Flora does great keeping her knees tight, but should try to engage her core more to keep in a more still position. Here, Julia is showing an alternative to the toe hold. She puts her feet up against the wall and reaches for her toes, keeping her shoulders off the ground. For your back extension hold, have someone to hold your legs down as you hang off the edge of any surface. You can have weights in your hands for a challenge. Keep your arms by your ears, your head neutral, and keep your ribs in and engage your core. You should lie as far back as you can while still having a hollow shape. These 4 girls are doing a great job of keeping hollow. Elly is engaging her core and keeping her ribs in. Flora is also doing a great job of this. One thing that Callyn and Marina could do to improve their hold would be to keep their arms by their ears and their head neutral so that their arms don't break their hollow shape. For your oblique hold, the person securing your legs should also secure your feet because it makes it a lot harder when your feet come off the floor. Cross your arms, have your head neutral, and most importantly, keep your core engaged. In this exercise, notice how stable Paige is because she is keeping her core super tight the whole time. For your interim hold, walk your hands out as far as you can while still being able to hold it. Keep your ribs in, squeeze your bum, and keep your core and arms engaged. You should be able to see your fingers out of the top of your eyes. Everyone is doing a great job here with their shaping. Callyn should focus on squeezing her bum and keeping her hips flat. Elly and Paige are both super tight and have great shapes, but should have their head neutral and their arms by their ears. Here are Elly and Callyn demonstrating the level 2 jump circuit where you jump on and off of the blocks, or whatever equipment you have. Here's Flora and Elly demonstrating the level 4 jump circuit where you jump over the blocks or whatever equipment you have without touching them. Here is Flora, Paige, Marina, and Elly demonstrating single leg jump ups. For your single leg jump ups, try to have your core tight and try to keep your chest up. Your jumps should be rhythmic, which means that you should spend the same amount of time on the top as on the bottom. Marina and Flora are demonstrating the level 2 version of the pistol squats, while Elly is demonstrating the level 4 version. For your pistol squat, keep your leg out in front and make sure that your knee is straight and your toe pointed. Have your arm out to your side and keep your ribs in and your chest up. All three girls are doing a great job by bending their supporting leg all the way to the ground without letting their foot touch. Here, Marina should keep her arm to the side and try not to let it drop forward. For this exercise, you are jumping off of a higher surface and rebounding onto a lower one. Keep your arms by your ears, your ribs in, and your legs together.